around you will soon turn into the colorful campus that you all took part in envisioning and creating. The new auditorium will come alive at the front part of this site. Our student cafe will emerge just above our heads. And the new conference facilities, classrooms, and the new library will fill the 6 floors above us, crowned by a beautiful roof garden. Looking to your right, the voids will turn into departmental offices, event spaces, and classrooms to be filled in just over a year by many of you, as well as new incoming students and alumni returning to their alma mater. We are looking forward to that day, and despite the many complexities of this project, we hope to experience a smooth 15-month construction period still ahead of us.
Thank you, Jofi, and welcome to all of you. I know it's not many Saturday mornings where you descend down into the ground and try to look around and see what's happening and hope that nothing is going to fall on your head. But this is a very special Saturday morning, and we are fortunate that the weather is as good as it is. So I know the program said rain or shine. We clearly have plenty of shine, and we are shining in that sense. So I think let me make a few remarks about why we're here, what we're doing, and where we're going, not only architecturally, but as a university, and why this is such an important moment. It is indeed a historic moment, but before saying anything further, I want to thank a number of people for their dedication and hard work over the past 5 years. CEU's 25th anniversary, we should, I think, reflect on the vision of our founder, George Soros, who saw the need for a university 25 years ago, dedicated to democracy and open society at a time of great upheaval in this region, as nations of Central and Eastern Europe were gaining their long-awaited and hard-won freedom. CEU has achieved much in its short history. We've grown from a regional university into a global one with an international reputation. We have more than 12,000 alumni now in 149 countries working for change in their own communities and nations and across borders and boundaries. We are a great experiment and a unique model for graduate education. CEU has been described in the international media recently as a laboratory for democracy and a school of human rights. Today, I think our mission is more important than ever. Democratic values and human rights are contested across the globe. Open societies are, in fact, under threat. And CEU is a university where democracy can be explored and debated and discussed, and what it means can be defined in some ways and in some cases different ways. It's a place where students and professors and practitioners from more than 100 countries can come together. It's a place where ideas are exchanged and solutions proposed, where knowledge is created, and where even sometimes truth can be discovered. Now, our academic foundations are strong. I think there's no question that we have a strong university. But now, it's the time for CEU's physical renewal. Our new campus will bring all parts of the university together, making CEU much more than just the sum of separate parts. Our new buildings will accommodate our growth and match our ambitions. They will be open and interconnected, environmentally friendly and sustainable, with plenty of space for teaching, for learning, for debate, for collaboration, for reflection, for communication, for creativity. They will beautifully reflect, I think, CEU's open society mission, and they will preserve the architectural heritage of Budapest. So let me end on a reflective note with a poem by Czesław Miłosz, whose words remind us that what we are doing here today is in fact a project for the ages. The poem is called "And Yet the Books." And yet the books will be there on the shelves, separate beings that appeared once, still wet as shining chestnuts under a tree in autumn, and touched, coddled, began to live in spite of fires on the horizon, castles blown up, tribes on the march, planets in motion. We are, said the books, even as their pages were being torn out or a buzzing flame licked away their letters. So much more durable than we are, whose frail warmth cools down with memory, disperses, perishes. I imagine the earth when I am no more. Nothing happens, no loss. It's still a strange pageant. Women's dresses, dewy lilacs, a song in the valley. Yet the books will be there on the shelves, well-born, derived from people, but also from radiance, from heights. Thank you.
Since 1993, which is not much less than our full history. This also shows, rather persuasively, that I am not a youngster. I remember that in '93, the mayor of Budapest visited us, and I had a privilege to greet him and to speak about our university. It was the time when the CU started testing its mission against the challenges of the real world. I said, and I'm quoting now, that in our region we have a legacy of untouchable truth, and we know how much nonsense and how much human suffering follows from the rule that various truths which cannot be questioned stay, and they cannot be challenged either. At the moment when a society is ready for a shift, we should do better than just to make a shift from the worn-out dogma to a more fresh one. We should seize the moment to teach and to show that all dogmas should not be replaced by more fashionable ones, but with openness. In '93, I also said that what we have had is the future. Now we have more. We have more than 2 decades of experience, and we have a community which shares the spirit of openness. This is a spirit shaped sometimes along history, sometimes in spite of history. The spirit needed and needs a home, both literally and in a metaphorical sense. There are more ways to perceive what we did over a quarter of a century. One way is to say that we have a history of home building. And what is now in front of us is the most important milestone of home building. I would like to express my sincere appreciation for those who shoulder this task. And finally, let me say a commonplace. In order to have open doors, we need a house. And I trust that we are now laying down the foundations of both a wonderful house and of open doors. Thank you very much.
Special quality, particularly here in Budapest, where it is a tradition at moments of great renewal or building to take a time capsule and send it into space. We won't send it up there, we'll send it down into a hole in the building. And this is a very special capsule. You can see it in front of you here, which will be in the foundation stone of the new campus. It contains the original plans for the campus in 1995, as well as the plans for the new building that will rise here, that has been described by everyone here this morning and that you can imagine. You can't see it yet. As well as the plans for the renovations of the rest of the campus, which of course continue on into the next building, and then soon we'll go into other buildings as well. So in this way, we look back at our history, the construction of the first campus, and forward to imagine what the future will hold for a university, for this university. So,